Hey, what up, everybody? This is David Breach counting down until Monday Night Raw. Tomorrow night, of course, that's going to be April 13th. USA Network going to be having the live taped Raw all the way coming to you from London. One of the biggest things they've done in the last few weeks of Monday Night Raw since the Raw after WrestleMania when John Cena won the United States Championship was hosting the John Cena Open Challenge. Basically saying that anybody could come down and challenge John Cena for the United States Championship. And through this, honestly, we've had two really good matches. We had to see John Cena go up against Dean Ambrose. I know this was a match that happened around Hell in the Cell last year when both John Cena and Dean Ambrose both had reasons to kick Seth Rollins' ass. WWE didn't want to do a three-way at the time, so basically they had John Cena and Dean Ambrose in a one-on-one match. It might even have been a contract on a pole. It might not even have been a straight-up match to try and see who was going to get the Hell in the Cell match against Seth Rollins at Hell in the Cell. But that was some sort of a dream match that I think a lot of people wish they would see someday, but until Cena turned heel or until Ambrose turned heel, didn't really think we were going to be able to get it. And then last week we got a more traditional style match from John Cena going up against Stardust. I, for one, have been saying that basically WWE might be moving in a new direction, where it might be more wrestling-driven instead of more storyline and kids-driven. Basically just, get wrestling a part of wrestling again. And Goldust versus John Cena was just that. We all know that Stardust, a.k.a. Cody Rhodes, is a really good wrestler. As dashing Cody Rhodes, or as Cody Rhodes, or as any other of the gimmicks that he's portrayed along the way, I have always thought that Cody could be doing a little bit more to make him more of a serious wrestler. When they did the whole gimmick, basically where Cody was fired, and then they had to bring Goldust back in order to have the match against the Shield in order to get Cody's job back, I thought that was going to be more than just the Rhodes brothers being WWE champions, leading to Stardust and Goldust being tag team champions, and them losing the titles and then breaking up and having a match at Fastlane. I thought there was going to be more to that whole storyline. I thought that was going to be the progression of Cody Rhodes, making him a more, usable wrestler, where basically he would be moving up into the card, moving into that championship run. Definitely, I think if the World Heavyweight Championship belt was still around, I think that Cody Rhodes would be in that competition to be holding that title. But since now there is only one championship in the WWE these days, and it's around the waist of Seth Rollins, it's harder for guys to become that main event. But now with the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship both taking a bigger role in WWE, it is a belt that Stardust and or hopefully Cody Rhodes could win, and it can come back. Now with the Open Challenge happening, we've seen basically we can put the air quotes up, fan favorites go up against John Cena in these awesome real wrestling matches. Honestly, with this match happening in London, I think there's only two picks that come to be who's going to answer the Open Challenge from John Cena. My first question is that John Cena already has a rematch on the books with Rusev, so you do have to disband disbelief just a little bit for this match, thinking that there is a chance that John Cena might lose, even though he's already defending the championship at Extreme Rules, and I think it's about 2 weeks. It might be 3, but I'm pretty sure it's 2. I think it's coming up sooner than later. But somebody has to answer the challenge, and hopefully it's somebody that you can believe that actually has a chance of winning. Now, with this happening in London, I think that you could either go with the easy Wade Barrett and or Steve Regal. William Regal pick. I haven't seen William Regal wrestle in a long time. I can't remember the last time he put the trunks on. I know that he was a big-time fan favorite when they go over on these European tours. I can remember when he was wrestling matches against Daniel Bryan. If you go back to last year's Monday Night Raw from London, basically they were using Wade Barrett as a babyface just because they knew there was no way in the world that he was going to get any kind of a heel heat situation. They just said, go fuck it, you're a babyface tonight. And I don't think it really confused anybody. I think everybody knew that he was getting heavily cheered because of where they were, and then they moved on down the road, and the next week, Wade Barrett was once again heel. But Wade Barrett versus John Cena does revisit 2010. Nexus versus Cena, really, really good time in wrestling that is for me. I think that the crowd would go crazy, give a huge eruption for Wade Barrett, showing people that people really do care about this guy, that he is a wrestling talent, and that he should be looked at as a guy that could be getting big wins on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. William Regal, on the other hand, a classic veteran. Like I said, I haven't seen this guy wrestle in a long time. I only see him do sort of real quick sort of backstage segments on NXT, dealing with championship matches and big time situations that happen in NXT. But I think that Regal has one more match left in him. I know I've heard more interviews than promos from this guy over the last little while, with him being on the Art of Wrestling and other wrestling promos. What a great big vast of knowledge this guy is, and how when he was on the NXT announce team, was one of the best announcers that was inside of the whole WWE bubble, and was basically told, you're never going to be moving up from here. You're not going to SmackDown. You're not going to Raw. You're just the NXT announcer. And then they quickly pulled him to go in a different direction from there. But I think one year he was even voted by the Wrestling Observer to be one of the best announcers of the year for wrestling. And for a guy that just basically be kicked out of a seat, it's kind of crazy. Hopefully WWE will see that there's a whole lot to do with this guy. I don't know about throwing him into like a commissioner job. I know he's done it in the past more than once. And for him just to go back to sort of just being the new normal, I'm not a big fan of that. I've always liked to sort of, go into new directions, see what else is out there before going back to the past and revisiting the well, because you might hit something and strike something that's gold to be bigger than William Regal being the GM of Monday Night Raw. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. United States Open Challenge from John Cena. Who do you think is going to answer the challenge?